I like to clip my fingernails and light them on fire. They boil up pretty well. If you keep them for about a month, they turn green. These are my top 5 current cartoons, volume 5. Reminder, these are about cartoons or anime I haven't already talked about in other videos. It's juice and jam time.
Thank you so much. How kind. Welcome to the Mr. Peabody and Sherman Show.
The Mr. Peabody and Sherman Show. Oh, pee on my body. Pee on my body, Sherman. Pee on my body. Please, Sherman. Please, Sherman, pee on my body. This is one of DreamWorks' many episodic cartoons for Netflix. The genius talking dog, Mr. Peabody, and his student, Sherman, host a fictional variety show entertaining an audience, while they also cut to segments of them traveling through time and learning about historical figures.
What are you doing? I got to get delicious custard!
If you're going to get your custard, you need to run sideways down this drainage ditch.
Makes sense to me!
Realizing that Napoleon was as tall as the ditch was deep, I knew his hat would peek over the edge, making it appear to the British that it was a shot!
Run for it!
And run they did.
I don't know what it is about historical cartoons in this flat geometric style. Time Squad, Clone High, and now this. It's kinda what drew me in. I absolutely love the art direction from Kevin Dart, who you'll know his work on the backgrounds to Steven Universe, Symbionic Titan, and the Dance Pants special for Powerpuff Girls. I like that special, but I see how people were so turned off by such a radically different and jagged 3D style. Maybe if the girls were in the 2D Peabody and Sherman style, it would have been received better. Powerpuff Girls and classic UPA cartoons is exactly what this art direction is going for. I also enjoy that limited jerky movement to the characters. It does have a retro cartoon feel while feeling modern.
Hey, Mr. P. Hey, Sherman. Oh, you're looking fly, cutie pie.
Always nice to see you, Christine, but we're a bit busy.
No, it's not perfect. The pacing in the early episodes feel way too sporadic, and sometimes the characters can be written in that try hard to be cool way of, whoa, awesome man, butts, yeah.
How do you think the world's first printing press to make copies of your face? When you could be using it to make copies of your butts! Woohoo! That's sushi!
A smaller complaint I got is Peabody's voice irks me for the pettiest of reasons. This dog is voiced by Chris Parnell. You people outside the US or in a couple of years may not understand, but here we always have this damn progressive commercial of this talking box also voiced by Chris Parnell.
Life as a spokesbox is great. People love me for saving them over $500,000 when they switched to progressive. So I'm dabbling in new ventures.
Now, every time I hear one of Chris Parnell's characters as Cyril from Archer or Gary in Rick and Morty, I just hear that stupid box, that smug little shit box. I would fucking shit in that box.
Any words for the critics?
What can I say? Pretty's gonna nag.
What?
Fuck you, progressive. Netflix's Peabody and Sherman has its problems, but I think it's worth checking out.
See, Mr. Peabody? Told you everything would work out.
You were right, Sherman.
Ever wonder what it's like to grow up in a big family? It's not all sugar and spice. Don't believe me? Welcome to the Loud House.
Nickelodeon finally has a new, down-to-earth show with humans and no wacky, in-your-face extremeness. I have no problem with outrageous cartoons, but sometimes you just need to counterbalance it. This is The Loud House. Loud House. Lincoln Loud is just your average kid that no one understands. He's the only boy in a house full of 10 sisters. Every episode has Lincoln explaining to the viewer the trouble it is living in a house with parents who never learn to pull out. In turn, Lincoln learns to handle and get to know each of his siblings.
I'm talking about my chore. It's way harder than all of yours, and it's not fair.
Please. Our chores are just as hard as yours, if not harder.
This show is very relatable if you ever had to share a room with someone. It can be overwhelming to have so many characters, but we usually focus on Lincoln and maybe one or two sisters each episode. These siblings can be an obstacle to Lincoln, yet none of them so far have been anywhere near as bad as a lot of other sibling characters in other forms of media.
I told you not to touch it!
Obviously, you know who my favorite Loud House character is. Lucy Loud, the tiny goth child.
Lucy, I didn't know you liked to swim.
I'm not swimming. I'm trying to see if I'm a witch. Am I floating?
Yes.
Wicked.
I appreciate she's the typical moody girl, yet they still animate her getting excited and showing emotion. All the girls can be defined by a single trait like sporty or nerdy, but I'm thinking Loud House will get more in depth with them as more episodes air. On that topic, I was looking at the comments to Loud House YouTube videos, and all my so-called fans think that I'm just some sex-crazed, goth-loving weirdo. They're a goth girl. Pan's got a boner. First off, I'm not sexually attracted to every single goth character, especially if they're a child or a fucking Pokemon. The only Pokemon I would fuck is Gardevoir, like a normal person. Second, I'm not some one-trick pony who only screws goth girls. Rich, snobby girls are also almost just as good. Almost.
What is happening? When a girl picks on you, that only ever means one thing. She likes you.
That's ridiculous! She shoved a sandwich down my pants. I was picking sesame seeds out of my butt for days.
So romantic. That's a classic.
Now, the Loud House is clearly going for a Sunday comics graphic style like Calvin and Hobbes or Charlie and the Penis Gang. It even has the classic parents you never see the face to. This series, after all, was created by Chris Savino, which if you ever paid attention to the credits of any cartoon from the past 20 years, you'll see his name as director, storyboard artist, writer on so many cartoons dating back to Ren and Stimpy, Dexter, Samurai Jack, and Kick Buttowski, so he's had tons of experience. If you got tired of all the outrageous Nickelodeon cartoons, The Loud House is a nice, simple alternative.
I like your instincts, kid. You want to team up?
Sure. I've got nothing else to do besides bear the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Life in the dream house. Life in the dream house.
No way. No goddamn way.
Wait. Hear me out. This is actually good, trust me. Barbies Life in a DreamHouse. DreamHouse. These are online animated shorts available on Netflix, but I gotta praise this. Normally, a typical cartoon based off a toy is just about the characters the toys represent living in an organic flesh and blood world. Instead, Life in a DreamHouse is similar to Toy Story or the Lego Movie. It's hilarious because the characters exist as living toys and are unaware of it.
I heard the squeal. Is that it? My driver's license! How is it that you don't have your license? Aren't you a race car driver?
You know, I've had so many careers, it's hard to keep track of all 135 of them. And counting. Hello?
We heard the squeal. Did you get it?
It works because they play it so straight and never really acknowledge how fake their world is. They have the limitations that come with molded plastic brought to life.
And the sweeper passes to center, who passes back to sweeper.
Check out that footwork.
Check out that.
Oh, come on!
Now, I see a lot of people saying stuff like, what? I'm a guy. How can I like this? How is that possible? Hey. You say that as if liking girly stuff is a bad thing. People act like you're not allowed to enjoy a TV show because you're not in the target demographic or because that's not what the age rating says. Magically, those same people are nowhere to be seen when anybody above or below the age of 13 watches a PG-13 superhero movie. I review a lot of stuff that's aimed at little boys, but when I review something aimed for little girls, suddenly people have a problem.
What are you doing here? Pet sitting? No, I'm pet sitting. Stop saying everything I say.
Have a blast, guys! I think you'll find it's a two-man job.
When's the other man showing up?
Oh, snap.
It's a TV show, who cares? There's an underlying snarkiness to it all that kinda reminds me of a kid-friendly version of Robot Chicken. Barbie's Life in a DreamHouse are fun, simple, fast-moving comedy shorts that are very easy to find on YouTube, so you got nothing to lose.
Unexplained occurrences happen every day. But if you possess the Yokai Watch, you will have the amazing and rare ability to see the elusive yokai.
Move over, video game. Here's what's said to be the next Pokemon. Yokai Watch, the hit computer video game and Japanimation cartoon series. From what I hear, it's huge in Japan, but I don't know if it's all that big in America. I never played the game since the last new video game I bought was... Grand Theft Auto 5. Ah, yes. The poor man's Saints Row. The yokai anime itself has the world haunted by these spirits called yokai. Based on Japanese mythology, these ghosts cause daily inconveniences and/or humans to change behavior, such as having them bicker with one another, randomly spout out confessions, or get depressed.
Strange things are going on at this intersection.
This has got to be the work of a yokai. A truly nefarious one must be inspiriting this intersection.
Inspiriting?
Certainly.
We follow Nate. He's just your average kid that no one understands and is able to see and capture these spirits with the help of this Yokai Watch. Normally with these collect-em-all animes like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, there's always a determined main character who wants to be the best, like no one ever was, or save the world. But for Yokai, this kid just wants to live a normal life had it not been for all these ghosts getting in the way. It's more slice of life and less adventurous. Also more of a comedy, it does sometimes mock a lot of the tropes associated with all these collect-em-all animes. The comedy even has a lot of stupid references that most were in fact in the original Japanese dub.
Hey, check me out.
That's attractive? That's disturbing!
Hey, you're wondering who this handsome man is? It's me, Bruce Willisper. Yeah.
There's even a bit of a dark side to it, considering these yokai talk about how they became spirits, which usually involves them totally beefing it. By which I mean they get killed. What's also weird is that these yokais are the supernatural explanation to daily problems. Like, are your parents fighting? Nah, it's just the yokai affecting their mood.
Ruffraff preys on teenagers, turning them into youth offenders. We're talking about sassiness. Ruffraff is responsible for 98% of the troublemakers worldwide.
We have got to stop him.
It's kind of a weird message, like, nah, I'm not an alcoholic. It's just the yokai. I didn't burn down the school. It was the yokai. The yokai told me to do it. This is one of those existential crisis cartoons like Inside Out. You have to ask, do the humans in this world have free will, or are their flaws and actions just in the control of these ghostly spirits or a group of emotions?
Yokai are everywhere. You just don't see them. But they influence humans in all kinds of mysterious ways.
When you think about it, us real-life people are not actually humans. We're just brains controlling meat puppets like a mech pilot. One's entire existence is a brain. The rest is just filler. What are we really? Can we really call ourselves humans? Or call ourselves brains attached to humans? Who knows, but Yokai Watch, yeah, it's pretty fun. I guess I'd watch it if it's on, you know? Before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions that I recommended in previous videos. Fuck you if you're a 90s kid.
When I was 4 years old, I learned that some kids have more power than others. But that won't hold me back. If anything, it pushes me to do better.
On this list, I mentioned a bunch of normal slice-of-life cartoons, but I cannot go on without an over-the-top, sappy, follow-your-creams type story. My Hero Academia. Yes, Academia. The world is populated by superheroes. 80% of the population has a power, or a quirk as it's called here. Heroes make a living protecting the city and earning income based on who does the most heroic work. We follow Izuku, the American Dragon. Izuku is just your average kid who no one understands and dreams of also being a superhero in a school full of them.
He's the coolest in the universe! And once I get my quirk, I'm gonna be a hero just like him!
Sorry, kid, it's not gonna happen.
Too bad he has no powers. It's Sky High meets Tiger and Bunny. I barely discovered this, and I'm not too far in since I don't want to read subtitles, but I am so confident in My Hero Academia. I'm also kind of mad because it has certain ideas I had before watching this, and this beat me to it and made great use out of it.
At least I tried. Guess now I should get back to giving up on my dreams.
I am here!
All Might, why are you here?
Izuku idolizes and is trained by the superhero All Might. He is just campy as hell and would be a perfect Captain Falcon from F-Zero.
I stand for justice, not sound bites!
Regardless, Pixar's #1 rule of storytelling is you admire a character for trying more than for their success. You watch Izuku, who has no powers, wanting to prove himself as a hero, and you're just like, yeah, do it! Do it, you bastard! Make me feel things.
All the feels.
That's why people love Ash or Naruto and their climb to the top. We're all just megalomaniacs who want to be better than everyone else. My Hero Macadamia. Fuck yeah, go watch it, you asshole.
What's that, fanboy? You taking notes over there? Want to be a hero too, huh?
Yes, more than anything.
Don't you want a rematch?
Hey, what are we celebrating?
I got a new partner.
Say what?
Meet Bulbasaur.
You trading me in for a lizard? What's so special about him?
Built-in weaponry.
Men in Black, next weekend on Kids WB.
You're gonna do okay, kid.